Private, I don't know. Yeah. Haven't done. Must not be private actually. So hello everyone. My name is Himanshu and I'm here with 8 bad habits that the people actually face trouble with and how the things become worse just ignoring them. We have to let me see that whether I'm live or not. Let me check. Yeah. Just ignoring them. We have to, okay. Now let's come to the point. Actually, yeah. So we're going to talk about the 8 bad habits that block your way. Okay. And your dreams actually, they they are stopped by these 8 bad habits to come into the reality. Like if you would actually put some emphasis on all these uh, bad habits and you're gonna actually improve them, then definitely it can actually help you out to get rid of the bad stuff of your life. The first one, as you can see on the screen, is the phone addiction. Phone addiction is the topmost, top notch stuff that actually is the cause of concern for many of the people around the world. Um, just give me a second. I'm using my cat. You have to wait for a while. I'm just dealing with the customer. Got the beef jerky, I guess. Yeah, teriyaki. Anything else for you? That's it. There was a better deal on the two of them, actually. Sorry? For the 7 Up, there was a better deal on the two of them. First one, it's $10.48. There you go. Want to get the receipt for that? No, sir. Thank you, sir. Yeah. So we were in the middle of eight eight habits, the bad ones, the really bad. So the first one is phone addiction. So as you can see that you are unhappy because your dopamine receptors are overstimulated. Because when we are actually picking up the phone, we we get overstimulated all the times, and our mind, gets wired up because of the multiple stuff that we see on the phone, and just because of that, our brain stops functioning in a proper manner. It's like, we are creating vibrations around. So if it will be like that, checking your phone 100 times per day is not only destroying your happiness, but your ability to get stuff done. Like when people say that we are multitasking, we can do two things at the same time. It's good to do that, but overdoing of something like that is bad. Like when you're dealing with your business operations, and at the same time you're using your phone to talk to your family members, you won't be able to actually focus and concentrate on one stuff at the same time. You know, so whenever, like, it is preferable that whenever you are dealing with one thing, do it one task at a time. If you will try to do multiple things in a go, then it is going to harm your mind, your brain will stop functioning that way well. So phone addiction is the top notch issue that everyone is facing. Even sometimes the people who actually who are quite concentrated. And one of the best thing that you can do about actually phone addiction, to get rid of phone addiction, what I believed, like those people that I was going to talk about, was like they start reading books instead of actually focusing on the phone. They try to shift their attention to something else which can really benefit them in their life. So if you will keep your focus on only the phone, like, you want to get knowledge, I know that, but getting the knowledge in this way, in 2 minutes reel, or 1 minute reel, is not going to give you the right direction. Let me tell you, because the world is filled with the lots of activities. We can't actually consume all those activities in one small brain, which is actually not the small one. uh, but it becomes a devil's workshop, I would say that, because if you will do lots of stuff at the same time in one brain, then definitely it is going to be wired up. All the activities are going to get wired up, and your brain will stop functioning. So the best productivity app on your phone is called airplane mode. Use it. So that's the best thing that you can do about. Or you can use do not disturb mode. Like if you are getting disturbed by somebody, like every now and then, for example, you're trying to focus on your work, and then you're getting the calls from your friends or some the people who are very dear ones to you, and they don't understand that stuff, that you are focusing on your work and you're trying to concentrate on the things which are to be concentrated upon. And then you can just do this stuff like do not disturb mode or the airplane mode, whatsoever it is. Like, put it on the airplane mode. That's the best thing that I believe, like in iPhone and in any other phone, is like, use the airplane mode anytime when you feel that you are getting distracted by all the things that are there in the phone. So Instagram, Facebook, lots of other social networking sites, they actually give you information. There's no doubt. But sometimes when we start finding out information in one application, what we do is we start scrolling the reels. Once you are scrolling the reel, I'm talking about my personal experience, what I used to do, you know, because here we don't get time to watch television, we don't get time to hear radio or something else. Then what we usually start doing is like we start scrolling the reels. And once you have started scrolling the reels, you will see one, two, three, even hundreds of the reels. but you won't be actually tired. But your mind is getting tired, you don't know that. So to get rid of all this thing, what you can do about is, like, whenever you feel stuck in like watching reels, just stop yourself for a while and just say that I need to put it on the airplane mode. Airplane mode is my best application on the phone, which can help me get rid of this so called phone addiction. Next is Netflix. Everybody, know that. Everybody knows that, like, what actually it is. It's an application which contains a lots and lots of movies. Okay, so you could be living your dreams, but instead you decide to live someone else's. TV is passive. TV is passive. Yeah, you will become a couch potato. Definitely, you will become a couch potato because um, watching TV is gonna make you just very passive, very lazy, very lethargic person. So if you want to be like that, then that's your choice. All is yours. The choice is all yours, I mean to say. So that I told you in the previous one also, I told you the reading is an active one. So reading is active, that means when you are actually trying to do something productive, then you will read more for that. Okay, instead of actually just sticking onto the fanciful things on the imaginative stuff on the television. When you will watch them on the television, all the characters in the particular series, web series, or any kind of like something which is created by the fantasy, then definitely you will be stuck into that. So instead of that one, do reading, because you're not only reading, you are trying to rehearse the stuff that's been read by you. So once you have read that stuff, then you will try to imagine that in your imagination what exactly it means. It's not what they provide you, it's what your mind is providing you after reading the stuff. Because when you read, you get the stimulus, and now you have to actually stimulate it further, so that you may imagine on the behalf of what you have read and what has come in your brain. It's not something which is being telecasted on the television and being actually like made a fanciful one based upon the general public, not the individual person. So, what your taste is, what your actually niche is, you should know that better. And depending upon that one, you should actually do the stuff. So, don't watch movies on the Netflix that much. Watch or read, watch. I would say that some documentary would be better one. Okay. Watching movies, it's like, I would say that totally a bogus stuff. So, what you can do is like one movie once a week. That would be fine. But even that is not suggested from my personal end. I would say that read more. If you get books from some places, try to read more and more of you know the books as much as possible, because reading is something that will actually give you your imagination, not somebody else's imagination. What they imagine, what they are actually producing effect on your brain. So that is something else. Okay, so your mind is up better than Netflix. So cancel your subscription and thank me later. So that's something that he suggested. So I would tell you that these are written by Ben Mead. Ben Mead is the one who has given us these 8 bad habits that we have, all of us have. Actually, we need to get rid of all of them. First is a phone addiction, second is a Netflix. Remember that. Okay, sitting all the day. It's like, there are lots of characters in our past. We know that there are lots of people, who have been that daydreamers, the people who sit at one place and they will keep on thinking and thinking and thinking, but not doing. Execution is the more important element than imagination. So our ancestors used to hunt mammoths. Okay. So now we sit at desk for 8 hours every day. That means our ancestors were doing some good stuff. What they were doing was they were not sitting at one place. They were going after something. It's just an example. Mammoths are the examples. So the big things like in life, they were going for hunting the stuff which was unimaginable and the daunting tasks they were doing were not possible sitting at one place. Nowadays, what kind of jobs that we do, sedentary kind of jobs, like sitting in front of the computer and just typing it down for 8 hours every day. So then we watch TV for 4 hours on average. Then humans are not built for this. So humans are built for moving, walking, doing execution, doing activities. Okay, so get a standing desk, go for walks, and move your body daily. So walking is very important in Canada, like in any other province in Canada or in any other country. What I have seen, or even in India, what I have seen is the people who are very agile, very active. What they do is they walk. They walk a lot. Like for getting the bus also, like let me tell you, like in our particular city, when we get the bus, it's not that easy to get the bus here. Like if it is storm outside or if it is like snowfall outside, there's no snowfall right now, it's very warm, let me tell you. But still we have to walk a lot. Like to the least, if we say that we walk 2 kilometers on a normal base. Okay, so in normal basis we have to walk for 2 kilometers. Then like when there is storm, still we are walking. So keeping yourself warm is very important. Your body has to work properly. The way our ancestors used to work hard, we should also work hard. We should not sit still at one place watching television, doing activities. Even when there are offices where people understand the stuff, that when you are actually sitting in front of the computer for a long time for 8 hour job, then still they walk out and they go for a walk so that they can get rid of all that gaia in the circulated stuff that's still going on in their life. you know just sitting at one place, they move out, they go for exercise, they walk for 5 minutes to 2 minutes, 3 minutes, whatsoever time they get to walk. They walk for that time period and then they come back and they sit on the computer, like for more time. So that's how it should be. It should not be that much that you're just into the computer and you're becoming computer. So the computer the computer has a battery. The computer is being switched on, or the laptop is being switched on by you, and the battery drains out the same way your battery is going to drain out that much if you are going to sit all day at one place. So do not sit at one place. Move out, watch things, be adventurous, try to just do something which is very what we say, that interesting for the people and you as well. So that you may get the thrill of your life, the adventure of your life. Then perfectionism. Another bad habit of the people is that I want to perfect this stuff. So the number one factor that influences creative success is the volume of the work produced. Change your mindset with 70, 20, and 10 rule. So, what that exactly means is 70% of your work will be mediocre, like whatsoever is like even less than average. 20% will suck. That means it won't be good at all. And then 10% will be amazing. That means you're doing a lot of stuff all day. So out of that one, if you think so that everything is going to be perfect, you know, if you're going to say that everything would be perfect, it's not possible at all in anybody's life. If you are avoiding failure, you are avoiding success. That means the success will come to those who knows that the taste of failure, who knows the taste of the failure. If you don't know the taste of the failure, then you won't be able to enjoy success. And even after success, the person says that now next hurdle, next hurdle, next hurdle. So hurdle after hurdle, you start enjoying your life. If there is no hurdle and you're simply just sitting and you think so that money making is only important stuff that I have to do, it's not going to give you anything. Just only one fanciful idea that I have all those things that any rich person can have. That idea is actually making every person nowadays a fool, because life is to live, life is not to earn money. Life is not only to earn money, but also to live the life fully. There are lots of examples around the world when you're gonna see, Bill Gates. He reads books. You know, those people, they have the different mindset. Watch those videos, watch those reels, which actually will give you motivation rather than, you're gonna focus on, finding out some entertainment. Like I remember that, like when I started my YouTube channel, quite early, like 2 years ago. At that time, one of my students told me that your videos has to be very short. It should be entertaining. It should be, captivating for five minutes. That's it. 5 minutes. That means for learning something, we cannot sit for more than an hour. But for watching a reel, which is not even, contributing in your life, that you're wasting your time and energy for a long time. I didn't get it. Like I didn't get that idea at that time. So, but I kept on making videos for the long time. Like for the duration of the video used to be longer one, because my stuff was to actually educate the kids, not to actually entertain only, but educate the kids. Education and entertainment goes hand in hand. Let me tell you. So when you try to, create humor in your teaching, that's how it becomes interesting. It's not like by shortening the length and trying to provide the only the comic elements in the learning, the kid is going to learn. I don't think so that comical stuff is only going to teach you something. There are things like discipline. So there are things like persistence. There are things like continuity. So that we try to learn from all of them, that we have to stick to something very important in our life. If we will keep on finding something entertaining all the times, let me tell you, there won't be any kind of soldier on the border then. If that would have been interesting to them, that would have been interesting to you, that go over there and try to find out something very entertaining over there. So it becomes sometimes like important that we have to be in a decorum of learning. So decorum of, life. So decorum of life says that I have to be disciplined. I have to understand something which is being said in the video. I have to be my approach has to be that understanding. Like I need to actually concentrate on what is so important in the person saying. So even, I remember that, like there was an issue. I won't name the teacher at the time. Like one of the kid told me that I could not understand the language the person is speaking. I said that still there is something important that he speaks about. Like go for that. So you cannot say that like one person is, speaking and it's of no use. There would be something very important that comes out of the mouth of the teacher. I think that's where the disgrace has actually come to the light nowadays. Everybody is actually focusing on entertainment, but not on the discipline, not on the persistence, not on the kind of decorum that is required for the kids to actually learn the things. Okay, we are not here only to teach them the entertainment is important. We are here to teach them that the discipline is also important. We are here to teach them that if you will sit for a long time for learning something, reading books, that is only possible when you will say that boring can be interesting. Boring word is not existent at all for me. If you will do one thing for like 10 hours continuously, you will definitely get addicted to that. That means at least do good things in those 10 hours rather than watching television, sticking to the phone or something like that. Do some good stuff. Yeah. So next is like eating processed foods. So that's also the one of the bad habit that I believe that one should actually avoid. Coming to Canada, I learned lots of stuff from my family, my wife and my mother. My mother and my wife collaboratively taught me lots of what we say the food stuff to be prepared, but at home, not the processed food, not the overuse of something which is very bad for our health. Um, Moreover, what I would say that I was actually into that like good stuff even in our like in my home country, like in India also. I never actually had the coffees. I never had the teas. Here I started doing that. You know, The processed food is actually easy made food which is available to everyone. So that's why. So what is the uncomfortable fact about this stuff is more people die in the US of overfeeding than underfeeding. So that's a the scenario of one particular country. And then if you talk about today food companies optimize for bliss point, and they engineer the exact combination of the salt, sugar, and fat for tastiness. So they get to know like how to actually pinpoint that particular thing, and then the people will keep on coming to them. So the junk food is all the bliss point. That's the bliss point actually. That's actually the point where people are triggered, and it is killing millions and millions and the billions of the people around the world. So tasteless life is important to be chosen for. Like we have to go for the tasteless life sometimes. If you're going to actually eat boiled stuff more of the time, cereals to be taken in. Sometimes you can leave the dairy products also. You can go for something which is boiled one. I would say that. I'm a vegetarian. I won't recommend any kind of like eggs or something. But still, I would say that whatsoever your choice of food is, make sure that one, it is not a processed one. There are not like refined oils into that, because they are very much unhealthy to your life. Okay. Then treating symptoms instead of the root causes. Okay. Root causes. So Xanax, Adderall, weight loss pills, all kinds of pills that we have in India also. So I'm not talking about people who are prescribed these, who are prescribing these, or who are being prescribed by these. Okay, I am talking about the people abused things, abuse them, and instead of treating root causes. So whatever is the main issue, the problem that comes in your body is like we have to go for that rather than actually if the symptoms are occurring, then we need to stop the symptoms at that time. So get addicted to exercising, eating clean, and sleep 7.5 hours. So that's where I also lag a little bit. So I need to actually work on that too. So but eating clean is also very important, like that I do, exercise that I do. But yeah, sleeping is something that I need to work on, because I'm doing night shifts and I can't actually sleep at the night time. But in the daytime, I try to actually complete my not in the circle of the 7.5 hour, but I try to complete it in proportions, like 4 hours in the beginning, and 4 hours like or 2 hours after that. That's how it is. Then sleeping is very important also. Let me tell you that the people who do not sleep, they feel dizziness throughout the day. They feel what we say that kind of even the hallucinations they face. They think like there are some people walking before them, like, but there is no one. So why it comes is like only the kind of whims, only the kind of what we say that like being insomniac, or they are not sleeping properly. The sleeping patterns are the main issue, the cause of concern for many people. So they are the symptoms. If you don't sleep well, if you don't eat well, if you don't exercise, these are the symptoms. Like if you don't exercise, then definitely you will have to face the trouble. If you don't eat clean, then definitely you have to face the trouble. And obviously if you don't sleep, many issues will come into being. Like, for example, at the night time, if we do the work and if we don't sleep, and if we are trying to actually say that I don't have the craving for sugar, then I will be a liar. I also have the craving for sugar. You know, that has to be controlled. That has to be seen with very attentive eye. I would say that we need to see that thing, that what is our choice of food, that what am I taking, what am I bringing to the plate. Okay, now the seventh and the eighth one I'll talk after attending one of my customer. Just wait for a while. The seventh one is, yeah, swiping endlessly on dating apps. So dating applications. Yeah, that's also the cause of concern for many of them. So the comfort culture avoids face-to-face interaction. Um, Even voice texts are seen as personal assaults these days. Being courageous in real life is more attractive than anything you could ever say in the dating application. So, whatsoever you say when you're trying to hide your identity and you're trying to say that, like, I have a fantasy for this stuff, for that stuff, but you are unable to actually do that in reality, in a like, then you will be considered as a coward, not the courageous one. Just a second. So, so dating applications are not the good applications. Just get rid of them. You know, try to interact personally with the person, one on one with the person. It's not a one on one we are going to find with them. Like, it's face to face interactions are very good interactions. You will see the person, like the face of the person exhibits a lot of energy, like good energy, bad energy, whatsoever. You will try to understand. You will actually learn like how to understand people's psychology. So the learning psychology is actually a practical stuff. So when you meet people, when you see people's faces, when you see people's expressions, you get to know like this person is behaving this way with me. Then I need to do this or that stuff in my life. Okay. I need to bring changes in this stuff or that stuff. So that comes only when you know that like you're meeting the person. If you don't meet the person and simply you're just trying to comment or send a voice text or something, then definitely it's not going to work properly. So when you're writing down something and you're writing it very creatively, that also actually helps you, you know, tell the person that how you feel and how you actually believe. So what your assertion is about the person. So that becomes clearer if you will be, you know, face to face. Face to face interactions should be preferred more rather than actually something on the phone. I have seen that many a times. Like when you are on the phone and you are hearing something from your family member or even the colleague or even anybody who is you know of higher strata or higher position than you, then they speak something and you speak something, and they can actually like misinterpret that, or you can also misinterpret that. So face to face conversations are more important and more beneficial than the ones which are done on the phone or even on these dating applications. Actually the cause of concern is the dating application, not the phone actually. So dating applications are the main issues. Okay, now eighth one and the last one, false kindness. Today our society walks on eggshells. Okay, it takes the form of the participation trophies and avoiding tough conversations. So definitely they are trying to actually trying to show it off, that kindness, the false kindness. um then people are not getting the critical feedback they need to grow, to get or to grow. So whenever somebody does something wrong, if you are saying it to the face that you are wrong here, bluntly you are saying it's not good, but there has to be a way out that you are going to tell the person that this way you can actually improve yourself. If simply you will say that, hey, you have done a great work and you have done a wonderful thing. So if you're going to speak like that to the person, and the person is going to be always disguised, what we say that, disguised like Raj for you, like or king for you. What would whatsoever definition you want to give to the person, like who is being actually being directed in that manner. If you're gonna say the person is the right person, then that's up to you. But in beneath that one, beneath the carpet, that what exists. Like if somebody is wrong, say it to the person in a polite manner or some way that one person has to improve this or that. Like a critical feedback has to be given to the person. Don't show false kindness to anyone. Just be straightforward, but don't be that straightforward that the person is going to feel hurt. We are not going to hurt the person's sentiments and the intentions, but we are going to tell the person that this is the right way to actually behave, and this is the right way that person can actually improve oneself. So there are 8 bad habits. There are actually lots of bad habits that we do, that we actually have, and we need to actually improve in all that. Sometimes we speak more. Like, let me tell you, I'm giving you additional information about that. Like, what are the other bad habits that we have? Like, there are people who are the silent learners. Like, they are always listening to you. They are the best ones. They will never ever fail in their life because they are listening. Listening is a good quality. Let me tell you, listening is a good quality, but not speaking at the right junctures is also the bad quality. So listening and speaking should go hand in hand, but it should be in the good proportion. Listening has to be more and speaking has to be less, and the speaking has to be at the exact moment wherever it is required. If you keep mum and if you keep silent at the moment when you had to speak, and thereafter you actually feel guilty about it that you could not speak at the right time, then what's the use of it? What's the use of your tongue? Okay. So keeping silence at the right junctures is good, but at the wrong junctures, wherever you have the authority and you have the right to speak, then speak it out. Okay. And but speak it always in a polite manner, never to be in aggressive way, never to be in aggression. Lot of stuff that I had in my past, I try to improve that one. Like, I think about a lot of percentage, I would say that 70%, 80% still going on. But sometimes the circumstances. Do not blame circumstances. Now, I was going to blame it. I was going to blame my circumstances for my actions, which is bad. So I need to actually control that stuff too. I should not blame my circumstances for my actions. My actions have nothing to do with my circumstances. My mindset has to do with my actions. If my mindset is actually, um, what we say, that unshaken, it's not shaken by anything around me, even it is written in the Bhagavad Gita, like, you can control it. You can control your mindset. You can control everything that you do. So if somebody is trying to pinch you, is somebody is trying to irritate you, that's up to you that whether you want to get irritated or not. Right? There are lots of people, my supervisor, my manager, my there are lots of people who actually guided me in this stuff. Who, even though one or two of them were of underage, like I would say that, they were younger to me, but still they taught me this stuff. I would say the age has nothing to do with learning. So anyone can teach you at any juncture. So all those people, I would like to thank them, that like all those things are still lingering in my mind, and they are bringing me to the best of myself. Like, I'm trying to change my activities and my habits every now and then, but it's not like I am bad, but I'm trying to actually change my activities based upon like critical feedback. I got the critical feedback, and that means that critical feedback had been given to me that to improve me. It's not to actually pull me down or push me down or somewhere else. Like, don't take it to any other wrong way. Even in the past, like when I got some critical feedback, you know, it was the time like I was a very very outrageous person. Like, I was not taking the things in a very normal way, but the things are changed. I again won't say that the circumstances have made it, but it's my mind, my intent, which became clearer day by day. the day I started my journey in Canada, and then thereafter, like how I'm bringing myself into the real world, you know, meeting with the lots of people, whether I'm doing the security job or a convenience store job or whichsoever it is, like whatsoever I do, I do it with full intent and full intention. I try to change my activities and my behaviors now and then so that I can actually bring my best out. So that's how you can do. If I can do, anyone can do. Let me tell you, like the person who is being called as an average learner, the person who has never been that outstanding, you know, learner. Now you see, I got a. Excuse me. So right now there is a person who actually did the theft and picked up one bottle. I need to write down the time. So that's how the things are. You need to take it lightly and have some patience and always be polite to anyone and everyone. Thank you very much for your time. And I think it is the time to say bye bye to everyone. Let me find the application. Oh my God, where it is? Zoo, 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 baba. Zoom, 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 baba.